welcome back to Palapa and the Giant. So this week's theme was travel games, and let's first talk about the theme of travel games, and how well did you think that these games fit into that theme?
I thought they were good. Small boxes. Once we took them, they didn't take a lot of space or anything. We kept everything in the bag, and then we were taking them out, obviously, as we were using them. We were playing with them. But I thought they were great.
Yeah, I agree. I thought they fit in when we talked about the four different things. The only thing was we were scared on when we played Power Failure that the cubes were going to fly off the table. So we were playing at this brewery that had the second floor.
Yes.
And if those cubes bounced on the floor, my fear was that they would bounce into where the vat things were.
Yeah.
So we ended up putting the box behind it so that it wasn't going to fly off.
That was my fear as well, because they're little pieces too, and there was kids on the second floor, and I'm like, oh my god, if they see it, they'll probably take it, So, but it ended up being okay.
And footprint size wise, I think it was pretty good.
I think
Beer
so
and bread took
a little bit more.
Yeah, but no, I think at the end of the day, they all pretty much fit.
Yeah,
it was really just those.
It was not bad. It was not bad. Like the board for Ticket to Ride, the board for beer and bread was not bad. Yeah.
Okay, so what was your number 3?
All right, my number 3, beer and bread. Not that I don't enjoy it, I really liked it. I really like it. I think it's very pretty. But compared to the other two, this one would be my third choice.
Okay.
Plus, I didn't do well with that game. I'm being a little biased too.
Alright, well, my number 3 choice was actually Ticket to Ride Amsterdam. And the main reason for that is that it was basically the exact same Ticket to Ride game as another game, except for it did have one new element from the other ones we have, where you get those market cards.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's my third choice, and the reason why I was also a little bit about it, is that it went really fast.
It did.
It probably took us longer to set the game up than to play it.
Yes.
And then I realized after we had played it, if you look at the box, it tells you that the game takes 10 to 15 minutes. And that is not a joke. The game flies. There's not much time. So from a quick filler game standpoint, perfect. But I was a little disappointed. I didn't want it to go that fast. So that was why it was my number 3 choice.
Sure. All right, my number 2 choice. Oh, it was Ticket to Ride. I love Ticket to Rides. And this one was super cute, very small, but I have to agree with you. It was fast. I feel like I could do more, but I still enjoy it. I liked it a lot. I won.
That usually helps.
Usually helps, But I thought it was pretty too. I liked the little cards. It was not that bad. I still wish there was trains, so. But definitely enjoyed it more than I did with beer and bread a little bit. And it's just, it's Ticket to Ride, So, but I agree with you. It was really fast. Yeah.
So my number 2 was beer and bread. And so I really like the game. The one piece about the game that I don't like is you're spending so much time managing your resources in this game.
Yes.
So
That's true.
to do the beer or the bread, you have to have a very specific combination of resources, and you have a very limited number of resources you can hold. And when you use a card for its power, it usually only lets you hold like 1 or 2 more resources.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
So I feel like you're spending a lot of time in the game trying to prepare for the next round to be able to actually do the beer or the bread. Which is fine. But I just feel like you're spending 1 round planning for the next round to actually do it, because that's the main thing. So you end up then putting a lot of the cards for its powers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It wasn't as fun for me because I feel like I just constantly doing that, but I may be being harsh on it.
No, I think I agree with that, because to make beer and to make the bread, you need a lot of resources, and you can only hold so much that at one point you feel like I need to trade this one for that because I don't have enough. So it was difficult sometimes to do either beer or bread, just because of that management of, you know, your supplies and your resources it was a little difficult. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, and I guess
Your number one?
Our number one is going to be Power Failure. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I was scared about how, you know, when we had to put what are they called?
The carbon blocks.
The carbon blocks. It was like a carbon footprint. And you had to keep building that up depending on what actions are you taking and how you're getting or producing energy. And if you have that and you had to stack all of those, it was a little wrenching. I did not anything. And it was
like
really
10 or 11. You did it perfectly.
It was really tall, and then you put something and it just collapsed.
It was like 3, and I put the 4th one on it, and the thing collapsed.
It was just collapsed. But the entire time you're like, oh my god, like, you know, you don't want your hand to be shaking or anything. But I really loved it. I liked how it's kind of like a little bit of power grid, because you have to like get your plants, and you have, you know, like eco-friendly, then you have nuclear, and then you have like gas. So it was like really cool just to navigate that. At the beginning I was like, I don't think I'm getting enough energy to be able to score the points, but eventually later on I started to understand, like, okay, I'm building a nice tableau. So at the beginning it was not like that. I feel like a little like rush that I needed to build something, but I think at the end it worked out. Plus I won.
So my number one choice was Power Failure. A lot of the same things that you said. It was my first time playing it. I thought it was a pretty good game.
I really liked it.
Lots of just, you know, getting those cards so you can actually power your power plants. I really feel like I need to play it again to get a really strong opinion on the game. But in this stack, I definitely felt like it was the one I enjoyed the most. But it's definitely, I do feel like I need another play before I really think, okay, this is my final rating I'm going to give this game.
That's fair enough. Yeah, cool.
So there you go. These are our 3 games we played with Travel that I think worked out pretty well. And until next time, I'm the Giant.
I'm Palapa.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.